73 years ago today, the Japanese launched an attack on Pearl Harbor that killed more than 2,000 American sailors, Marines, and soldiers. It's considered to be the first major attack on U.S. soil before 9/11. Today, a memorial ceremony remembering that event was held in Hawaii. Survivors, spectators, current and former military gathered to pay tribute to those that lost their lives on that day. And in honor of Pearl Harbor, Governor Mark Dayton proclaimed Sunday, December 7th as Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. ABC 6 News reporter Hannah Tran met with some of the few survivors from that point in time, and they share how the reflection of this tragedy has changed.
It's one of the worst memories in United States history. It's one of the darkest stains on American soil.
The entire country got behind it, and they sacrificed. In this day and age, we're not sacrificing like they did back then.
It's the 73rd anniversary of the attacks at Pearl Harbor, where the Imperial Japanese Navy launched a surprise attack at the U.S. naval base. It happened so long ago that some veterans think it's a shadow in the memory of today's generation.
But America, it doesn't know much about the military anymore. Most people don't serve in the military.
Wayne Stillman and Tom Ostrom were children, but they remember the sense of patriotism during that day and age, and it was different.
The patriotism in the country was just fabulous, we're lacking a little bit of that now.
All U.S. and Minnesota flags are half raised at all state and federal buildings. Some will notice, some will not.
Minnesota sailors, Minnesota reservists, so they fired the first shot of the war because we declared war on Japan after that incident, after the Pearl Harbor attack, so there's a Minnesota connection.
The words "never forget" are often associated with the attacks from September 11th, but the stain on American territory from Pearl Harbor stays just as dark in the memory of many veterans.
And we want to show the stories before the rising generations don't have any sense of what freedoms they enjoy.
In Rochester, Hannah Tran, ABC 6 News.
As Hannah mentioned, all around Minnesota today, the governor ordered all U.S. and state flags be flown at half-staff in honor of Americans who died in World War II. And at the Vikings game at the TCF Bank Stadium today, a Minnesota man who survived that attack was honored. Richard Till of St. Paul survived the Pearl Harbor attack, and he was one of the veterans honored at the game. Minnesota's connection with Pearl Harbor runs deep. The USS Ward, carrying 85 Minnesota crew members, fired the first American shots that sunk a Japanese submarine entering the U.S. in World War II, and the gun that was used on that ship remains at the Capitol in St. Paul to this day.